coffee break. Today's tidbit.
And it's time for a coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio on this Monday, Buyong. Buyong, hello to you.
Hello, happy Monday.
Buyong,
Yes.
living a busy life.
Yes.
What'd you do over the weekend?
Okay, so I was very active during the weekends,
She
right?
was.
So on Saturday, I played futsal as
cool.
usual.
Are you in a team?
Yes.
You are? Like an actual girls' team, women's team? Mm-hmm. I wonder if you've ever played with G's team. She's in the
Probably
tournament.
not.
No?
Probably because it's only been like 2 months since I started. Yeah.
Because I know she goes to like tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do have those too.
What?
Like, yes.
That is wild.
Yes, so that was what I did on Saturday. And on Sunday, I volunteered at a dog shelter.
You know, I did animal shelter for a little bit too.
Oh, you did?
I did because I love dogs. I can't do cats
Why
because I'm allergic
not?
to cat hair. But dogs is okay. And then
What's that?
What
Is
was-
that cat hair?
is that cat hair? What was that? It was
Maybe
like
I bought
feather.
it
was like
from the shelter.
There's a feather. There's a feather here. But dogs, I can do. I love dogs. But I even if you love animals, it's a very hard place to
It really
volunteer.
is. It really is.
So I have to give it to you. You spent
Very rewarding.
well spent weekend.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Hope you're glad you're back.
I am. Yeah, I'm all refreshed now.
All right.
Ready
What-
to start this week.
What are we going to talk about today?
Today, we're
Yes.
going to talk about something related to my comfort food.
Comfort food.
What's your comfort food?
Oh, comfort food?
No, it's actually related to just my comfort food.
It's
it
your
may
rel-
not be
Okay.
related to yours.
My comfort food is sundaekguk.
Okay, okay.
That's my comfort food. That's considered a comfort food,
Yeah,
right?
right. I think like almost every.
Ajashi,
Guys.
just say it. Just say it, Puyong. Just say it.
I was filtering, and he saw me.
Every ajashi, just say it.
No, not just 아저씨. Just my generation too.
Really?
They love sundaekguk.
Okay,
Like, every time
okay.
they say, "I want to eat sundaekguk." Anyways.
But it's not sundaekguk apparently. What is
no,
yours?
for me, it's 된장찌개. I don't know why, but whenever, I come back home from somewhere,
Yeah.
like my mom almost always makes 된장찌개 for me.
Oh.
So, yeah, it kind of has that, feeling of warmth and comfort.
You know, when it comes to mom's food, comfort food from moms, it's always 된장찌개.
Yeah.
I think there's
right?
also a song called 어머니의 된장국 or 된장찌개 by one of the rap groups out there. But anyways,
groups.
we're talking about 된장 today?
Well, 된장, yes, but also 장 in general.
Okay, so fermented sauce.
Yes, so 장 is the fermented sauces that sit underneath so many Korean dishes. We're also going to look at the tradition of 장 making or 장 담그기.
Oh, okay. 장 feels very basic in some ways, but it's also kind of deep.
Exactly. Have you tried 장 담그기? You haven't.
No, but my grandmother, before she got too old, she swore that she had the best 장s.
Like 간장, 된장,
Yes,
and everything.
I disagree, but it,
Why?
It was a little
salty?
It was too salty. It was a little too salty for me, and the gochujang was a little too sweet.
Oh.
I mean,
not
it wasn't
your cup
bad.
of tea.
Yeah, it wasn't bad,
Okay.
but anyways.
Yeah, but when Koreans talk about 장, they're usually referring to 간장, soy sauce, 된장, soybean paste, gochujang, red chili paste, and 청국장, rich soybean paste.
Yes.
And these aren't just seasonings you add at the end. They're the base flavors that quietly shape almost every Korean meal.
So they're made with soybeans, but why did they start using soybeans?
Well, the simple answer is that soybeans were widely available, easy to store, and incredibly nutritious. So once people realized they could ferment them and preserve food throughout the winter, soybeans naturally became the base of Korean 장.
So when do Koreans usually make 장ben?
Well, traditionally, 장 making was closely tied to the seasons. So families would start around 입동, or the beginning of winter in the traditional calendar, similar to how people prepare for 김장, right?
Right.
So once winter arrived, they prepare 매주, the fermented soybean blocks, and then use them in the new year to make enough 장 to last the whole year.
So we have a picture of what a meju looks
Yes.
like, and it's literally
blocks.
blocks
Of
of
soybean.
fermented soybeans.
Yes.
It doesn't.
Do you know how they smell?
Yes.
Can you describe how they smell like?
It's I you could
On air?
I could do it in like Korean. 구수구수하다.
Yeah.
How do you describe that in like 구수구수하다?
Like,
It's like it's man, how do you even describe that?
it's not savory.
It's our producer used a different 꼬리꼬리, which is
It's really difficult to say this.
it's pungent. It's pungent.
Yes.
I don't want to say it smells poopy. It's not poopy. As much as it looks poopy, it doesn't smell poopy. It's
Not
like
really.
oh my
But some
goodness.
people do say they smell like.
No. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No, but it has a unique smell. I don't know how to describe it.
Right?
It's
you
a
guys have
hard
to
one.
try it.
Yes. You're just gonna have to try the
Yes,
smell.
yes.
But anyways, that's what it is. But making jang is just like a big event, right?
It really was. Jang making wasn't something you did casually. Just like kimjang, it was a household event, almost like a ritual and marking the start of a new cycle.
Okay, so how far does this go back?
Well, quite far. We know that this tradition goes back at least to the Three Kingdoms period, 삼국시대. So old records from the Goryeo and Joseon periods already describe jang as essential to daily life. And what's even more interesting is that dried soybean blocks, so meju, have been found at historical sites including old shipwrecks. And that tells us people were making something like meju long before it was written down.
So jang was about survival as well.
Absolutely. So during difficult times, people are often given rice and jang together. But even now, I think I can eat a bowl of rice with just gochujang. Yes.
Yeah, just a little bit
Maybe
of
I'm living the
sesame
difficult
oil.
times. Yes.
Yes. It's not bad.
Yeah, it really is. So, without jang, food didn't store well and didn't taste right. And in Joseon, the royal court even had special storage spaces called 장고, and court ladies known as 장고 mama, whose job was to manage and care for the sauces. Never knew that.
Wow.
And also in ordinary homes, you'd almost always see 장독대, rows of earthenware jars placed carefully to catch sunlight and fresh air.
That's right. And we have a picture of this.
Yes.
And
They're so cute. They look like
it's also located in like
turtles.
every grandparent's houses.
Yes,
And
definitely.
each of that holds a different kind of jang. And it's so precious to them. It's like treasure.
Exactly,
And if
right.
you break one of them by mistake, you are dead.
Dead.
This tradition
Right.
officially recognized as well.
Yes, in 2018, jang making was designated as Korea's national intangible cultural heritage. Then, in December 2024, it was even inscribed on UNESCO's intangible cultural heritage list.
Okay, what exactly did UNESCO recognize?
Well, it wasn't just the sauces themselves. So UNESCO recognized the entire practice, from growing soybeans, making meju, fermenting and aging the sauces, even to sharing them with neighbors.
Oh.
So it's the knowledge, seasonal timing, beliefs, and family cooperation behind jang making that made it really special.
So fermentation, the process of fermentation, I mean, many cultures have that, many countries have that.
Yes.
How is this different from other countries that ferment soybeans?
Well, Korea is part of wider soybean fermentation culture like China and Japan.
Yeah.
But the approach is very different. So Korean jang relies on natural fermentation using only soybeans, no wheat, no rice flour. And one batch of meju produces both 간장, soy sauce, and doenjang, soybean paste, which is quite unique.
And I heard this was introduced in Europe as well recently.
That's right. To mark the first anniversary of the UNESCO inscription, jang making was introduced in places like Paris and Bristol. Korean masters demonstrated the process and explained how fermentation connects food, time, and community.
Are there specific days that people prefer for making like jang?
Traditionally, yes. So many families chose times like around the Lunar New Year or days believed to be free of bad luck. 손 없는 날.
Oh, you serious?
That was quite interesting for me too. It wasn't so much superstition. It was more about care, timing, and mindset. So people really believed that the mindset and effort of the household mattered when making jang.
All right, we're going to continue to talk about jang making and, of course, the wonderful tradition behind all of this. But first, let's take a listen to this. You certainly need a lot of this when you're making it. This is Yunha with Waiting, 기다리다. All right, we're back in the studio here. Apparently, Buyong is using alba these days, paying people to write messages for them. Yupi says, Buyong 화이팅 from Finland.
Yippee-hi!
From Finland, 화이팅. Are you paying people to write messages to you?
No, No, she's my dearest friend.
댓글 알바?
No, definitely not.
Oh, your friend is tuning in all the way from Finland.
Yes, to support me.
And I found out
I have fans.
you have friends.
Fans.
Fans for friends.
Fans.
Friend, yeah, let's go. No, you have, a lot of people are very happy with the transition. This is your third week.
Yes,
right?
it really is.
You had a
third
big
week.
you had a big shoe to fill, and you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
We're also talking about 장,
Yes.
making it as a cultural tradition. Let's get into the food, right?
Okay. Everything starts with meju, the one that we saw. So once the blocks are fully dried and fermented, they're soaked in salt water. And after about 40 to 60 days, the mixture is separated. The liquid becomes 간장 soy sauce, and the solid part becomes 된장 soy
That's
paste.
crazy. So
I didn't know that. I
one
thought they were doing two
process.
separate things.
No, I'm learning this for the first
Right?
time too. I didn't know this too.
Right, you just leave it, and then it separates, and then the top is liquid. And then the bottom part
Wow.
is 된장.
Okay, so that makes sense. My what is it? Grandmother always had it done the same day or something like that. So it's one process, two results, basically.
Exactly. That's one of the defining features of Korean jang. So 된장 is then aged longer, sometimes for months or even years, while 간장 is often reused and layered to deepen its flavor over time. And another interesting thing is that no two households jang taste exactly the same. Even if you use the same soybeans and salt, the taste changes depending on sunlight, temperature, airflow, and even where the jars are placed. That's why people often say jang reflects the personality and care of the person who made it.
That's why when you go to a restaurant, sometimes the restaurant, the owner will tell you that this 된장국 or
They made it
된장찌개
themselves?
is 시골 된장,
Oh,
which is country
Countryside,
soybean.
Yes.
It's made by hand, basically,
Yes.
instead of using like factory made, which tastes completely different,
Really.
right?
Do you think your jang would taste better than mine?
I don't know how to make jang, so
Well, I don't know either, but if we try, I mean, jang reflects the personality and care of the person who makes it. So
mine
would be better,
you
right?
might get drunk off of my 된장. I don't know why, but you might get drunk off of it.
you're putting in wine.
I fermented it wrong, and it just wrong fermentation, and it turns into alcohol, right?
Makes sense.
But 청국장,
yes.
some people call the 청국장 찌개, right? Dead body soup. You know that's what they
It
call it
smells
in
like-
English,
yes,
right?
yes.
So how is 청국장 different?
Well, 청국장 is actually much faster. So boiled soybeans are fermented for just 2 or 3 days, unlike 된장. And that's why 청국장 is famous for its strong smell.
Yeah.
And even many Koreans admit that it takes time to get used to, which is quite understandable.
It's good.
It is good.
I
Oh,
wouldn't.
you do 청국장. You eat them.
Like I would eat it. I would not go to a restaurant and go, I'll order the 청국장. But if let's say it was already in the menu and it came from like the set of I'll eat
Yes.
it. I'll have
Okay.
no problem eating it. It's good.
But you won't order it for yourself.
No, I wouldn't. And it has a reputation.
It really does, And, globally speaking, 청국장 often shows up on lists of the strongest smelling foods in the world.
Yeah.
There are even stories of neighbors calling the police because they thought something had gone wrong. And some people joke that if you can enjoy 청국장, you're officially ready for all Korean foods. And well, it's one of those flavors that often grows on you over time. But, nutritionally, it's incredibly healthy and much easier to digest than plain soybeans.
Oh no, it's supposed to be very good for you. Very good
Yes.
for you. And then gochujang works completely different.
Right. Gochujang is made by mixing powdered meju, chili powder, glutinous rice, malt, and salt, then letting it ferment for over a month. It's sweet, spicy, and savory all at once, which is why it works so well with dishes like bibimbap.
Definitely so. And with modern life, is jang making disappearing, you think?
Well, it's definitely less common at home now,
Yeah.
especially that, people are living in apartments. You can't even have those 장독대s, right? And that's actually quite unfortunate. But at the same time, there's a strong effort to keep it alive. Local governments run 장-making programs through local agricultural technology centers where people learn the process step by step and even take their sauces home months later.
Okay, so for many people, this is going to be their first time seeing the process, right?
Right. They'll finally get to see how long and hands-on this process really is. And once you've waited months for your own jang to ferment, you look at that jar very differently.
No, you do. You really do.
You put in your effort. Now
That's
it's your
right.
precious baby.
That's right. It's a smelly baby, But it's a baby indeed. So it's
Yes.
changing, but it's not gone.
Exactly, and that's why UNESCO described it as a living heritage. Jang making isn't frozen in the past, it continues to adapt while still carrying values like patience, care, and community.
And ladies and gentlemen, everyone's favorite.
Yes!
What's today's final takeaway?
Jang isn't just seasoning, it's time, patience, and everyday life fermented together. Jang teaches a very different sense of time, right? You don't rush it, you wait, you check on it, and sometimes you just trust that it's doing its thing. And in a world where everything is expected to be fast and instant, learning to wait like this might actually be something we need more of.
Dang. Man. That's poetry in my ears.
Yes!
Buyong, thank you so much for this fantastic stuff. And of
Thank you.
course, a big thank you to our friends of Buyong who are tuning in from far, far away. Have a safe rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow!
And sending her out of the studio, this is Stacy singing Slow Down.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our coffee break. Today's tipping, and joining us in the studio is Buyong. Buyong, hello to you.
Hello!
Buyong, did you find out which of your friends got on the chat yesterday and started fangirling you?
I knew who they were.
There's two friends.
Actually, 4.
4.
But they used 2 accounts.
2 accounts. You should use 4 accounts and write 4 messages so our numbers, streaming numbers, go up. Call yourself friends.
/fans.
Come on, friends. Sign up with 4 different accounts.
Okay, I'll tell them.
Double it, make it 8.
Okay. What?
Yes.
That's 알바.
I know, it is our
That's 댓글 알바.
That is Tekuraiba, right? What's our tidbit today?
Well, today we're going to talk about winter travel spots in Korea that only reveal their true character during the coldest months of the year.
Are you good with the cold? Are you a summer person or are you a winter person? Or do you hate both? Because I hate both.
Well, I used to be a winter person.
Okay.
And I loved winter because I was
Winter
born in
sport.
winter.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Well, me
so,
too, but I
yeah.
still hate winter.
And I loved snow. I just loved snow.
you don't
know?
drive, do you?
I don't.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
Well,
That's right.
I have my driver's license, but I don't really drive
If you
around
drive, you
Seoul.
hate snow.
Yeah, I mean, yes. People say that it's just beautiful trash.
Yeah.
아름 예쁜 쓰레기,
Yes,
right?
it's true.
But now I'm more of a summer person.
Okay, but still, though, there is beauty in snow, like you
Definitely.
said.
I
It's-
love snow. It
I
just
like-
makes me pure, you know?
you've never seen street, like road snow, have you? It's
Road
dirty.
snow? Oh, it
No.
is dirty. I know that.
But I like what you said. It's beautiful trash.
Yes.
That is a beautiful terminology. It really is.
It should be on the dictionary.
It really
guys.
is. So real winter destinations is what you're going to talk about.
Exactly. I mean, we talked about some of the cool winter festivals last week, right? But today I wanted to focus on winter travel spots you can enjoy even without a festival.
Okay.
But funny enough, some of them do have festivals happening right now, but that's not the main point for today. Today's really about snow-covered forests, ice, and even frozen rivers you can walk across.
Frozen rivers.
Yes.
All right. Where are we headed first?
First, we're going to 인제 자작나무 숲, or birch forest in Gangwon-do province.
Oh, Inje is one of those like really cold
Cold places.
Yeah, one of the coldest places out there. We have a picture, ladies and gentlemen, to kick things off. Oh my
Isn't it
goodness.
beautiful?
That looks like a painting.
Yeah.
And it was just ruined by those 2 people in the picture right there. If they weren't there, it would have been
Have
better.
some love, SJ.
Who
We don't know who they are,
they
but
might be-
still,
there might be
they're
couples.
making the photo better,
But
SJ.
I mean, this is a beautiful picture.
Are they a couple?
It might be a couple.
Yeah.
The guy has suspicious sunglasses on too, but
True.
looks a little suspicious.
And the trees look like pepero.
Yes.
Yes.
They might be spies.
White chocolate.
You could come from Gangwon. Spies can come from
From North
Gangwon.
Korea, yeah.
No, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. I've seen photos
is
like this. I
beautiful.
mean, this is amazing. Let's talk about this.
And there's a reason why you see a lot of photos of this place, you know? The forest covers about 138 hectares and is home to roughly 700,000 birch trees. It was created through a large-scale reforestation project starting in the 1970s, and today it's one of the largest birch forests in Korea.
Oh, it's amazing. You have to understand that Korea went through a war and there was a huge reforestation project that went through. One of the most successful in record history. But this is huge, Puyong.
It really is. And there are 7 walking courses in total. Some are short and gentle, while others are longer if you want a proper hike. And the most popular route is course 1. Known as the 자작나무 course or birch trail. It's about 0.9 kilometers long, and even if you take your time, it takes under an hour, so that makes it a great option for first-time visitors.
Yeah, I mean, like it'll take, if I walk 1 kilometer, like it would take like 20 minutes. So, but then with
short walk.
snow,
Yeah.
you look, so it would be
Right.
under an hour
Yes,
still. Okay, so what's it
yes.
like in the wintertime?
Well, especially in winter, the white trunks of the birch trees blend into the snow-covered
Yeah.
ground, making the forest look almost completely white. And a lot of people say it feels like stepping into a snowy forest in another country.
So it's more than just walking.
Exactly. The forest isn't just a trail, right? Along the way, you'll find forest classrooms, ecological ponds, and small hut-style structures naturally placed within the woods. And if you're traveling with kids, there's also a forest experience area designed for children where they can take part in nature-based activities. So basically, it's a nice balance of education and rest.
So what should people know before headed to this way?
Well, entry is free,
Okay.
but winter access is controlled for safety.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes, visitors usually park at the entrance and take a shuttle bus in. And during the winter, the forest typically opens around 9 a.m. and closes mid-afternoon. And last entry could be earlier depending on conditions, so checking ahead is important.
You know, I was kind of joking around with like the sunglasses being very suspicious and stuff, but actually it's very necessary. There is a huge reflection from the snow.
Yes,
And it's
that is true.
highly, highly recommended that you do wear sunglasses. I was just
For your
kidding.
eye health.
I was just kidding about that. All right, so let's see. The birch tree itself, I believe, has some interesting stories you want to share.
It does. We come across birch more often than we realize. For instance, when Koreans talk about lighting wedding candles, we use the word hwachok. Right?
Yes.
Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Hwachok. And the hwa here refers to birch. I thought it was fire
I thought it was fire
right?
hwa.
But it's not, it's birch.
Oh.
So birch bark contains natural oils, so it was once used as a substitute for candles.
You know, I MC a lot of weddings for my, like my friends and
Oh.
stuff like that.
Maybe you can
And I
use
use
the
it.
story now.
I actually have a wedding I have to MC next
Oh,
month. I might be like,
cool.
guys, we're about to light up the hwachok.
Yeah.
You guys know why is not fire. It's birch tree. They're gonna be like, and then you're gonna hear caw, caw, caw.
Whatever.
Or like if you do the reply 1988, meh. Like, what is he talking about? But I never knew this.
Right. Yeah. And another fun fact, xylitol is also mainly extracted from birch trees. Did you know that? I thought there was like a special tree for xylitol.
I did not
But
know
it was
that.
birch tree.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is also funny. In Northern Europe, people even use leafy birch branches to gently tap the body to help blood circulations, sometimes after drinking. Yeah. So, yeah. So to help with your hangover and your blood circulation, you bring a birch tree branch and just tap, 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 tap.
I've seen, what is it? Who did this?
Someone did this?
No, there's a country that does this too.
Finland?
Is it Finland?
It must be Finland, because
Right?
Finland's...
When they go to the spa, don't they have like they take the birch tree branches and they start tapping on people? No, Finland's famous for the xylitol.
Yeah, my friends are in Finland.
Which means they could also have the birch and they might do
Yes.
that. I've seen that somewhere. They said it's good for circulation.
Oh.
And then they start tapping. It's like not just one branch, but like many. And then you just like kind of pat them.
Who?
Like your friends, like, or you could do it
okay.
yourself,
Oh,
or you could
got
do
it,
it
got
yourself.
it.
Like you do it at a sauna.
Oh.
I've heard about this.
Oh, but you can do it after drinking as well.
I did not
Maybe-
know that.
Yeah.
I might need. I haven't been drinking lately, but I might need some of these birch. Is there a reason people especially recommend the birch forest in the wintertime?
Definitely. This place really shows its character in winter, as we saw, right? When the ground is covered in snow, the white trunks of the birch trees stand out much more clearly, creating that almost all-white forest people come for. In warmer seasons, you don't really get that same contrast,
No.
right? But that's also why winter visits need a bit of preparation, though. Trail trails can be icy and daylight is shorter, so good shoes and checking entry times really matter. But if you plan it right, winter is when the forest looks its most unique.
No, I think so too. It's beautiful. It is
Beautiful.
absolutely beautiful. We're going to continue to talk about the beautiful scenes you can check out here in Korea during the wintertime. But first, this is Yua of Oh My Girl with Bon Voyage, Sube Ai. Back in the studio with Puyong talking about wintry places. I forgot to mention something really funny that I saw today early in the office. Puyong comes into the office, sits down in her little area. She got her laptop on. She got all the stuff going on there. And then she got the humidifier blasting on her face. She got a personal humidifier.
Yes, a portable one.
That is crazy. That
It
was
actually looks like this mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the
can
oddest thing
tilt
I've
it.
ever seen. It's just like steam coming towards her face and she's just walking like chilling.
Yes, I was chilling.
I was like, wow, that's like young people. That young people be working like this.
Yeah, I thought you would think
Respect,
so.
respect.
The MZ generation.
You need that. It's good. I mean, it's very dry here
It
too.
really is.
Yeah,
That's why I
winter.
cried last week.
You
My eyes.
cried because
they were dry.
That's what it is. That's her. That's a humidifier.
Yes.
Our producer's like, is that it? He probably thought it was a microphone.
Yes, it really looks like a microphone.
Oh my goodness! Look at it. Oh, he's bought it for us.
Hi, this is my little humidifier.
It looks like a microphone.
It really does. It really works well. Can you see this? It's good, right? It's gonna be good for your, throat.
It's strong.
It is.
Holy
It
cow!
is.
These are things you need in the wintertime,
Yeah,
guys.
We should leave it here.
That's bueno stuff. Thank you very much for that.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we going next here?
Okay, next we're going to the Cheongyang Alps Maul or Alps Village,
Okay.
located on the eastern side of Chilgapsan. Well, Chilgapsan is known for its rugged terrain, and which is why people often call it the Alps of Chungcheong, and the village really lives up to that name.
Okay, I've never heard of this place. What's
Oh,
the
you haven't?
village like?
Well, even without a festival, Alps Village is worth visiting in winter. The entire village turns with white snow and also has, small cabins, sloping paths, and lookout points. And it also has, pension-style accommodations, so you can stay overnight and experience the village at different times of day. Early mornings and sunset look completely different, which makes it great for anyone who enjoys photography or just wants a slower winter trip.
Okay, so I feel like that's when the festival comes in, right?
Right. When the weather gets colder, the village transforms into a full winter kingdom, and that's when the Chilgapsan Ice Fountain Festival takes place.
All right, so what's the main attraction then?
Giant ice fountains created by continuously spraying and freezing water.
Yeah.
Well, some reach several meters high, and during the day they look crystal clear, and at night they're lit up with colorful lights, giving the whole village a completely different vibe.
All right, we have to see pictures for the. Holy snap!
It's humongous, right?
Wow, that is beautiful.
Yeah, it really is.
That's like when
It's crystal clear.
That's like when my shaving cream blasted off and exploded. Wow, that's a beautiful color.
You mean it, right?
No, I really mean it. It's a beautiful color. It's not white. Oh,
Not white wipe.
I feel like
Yeah, and this is the light,
Huntrix needs to come out and sing Golden.
right? And let it go, maybe Elsa.
That's too. Wow, and that's all snow
Yes.
and like the fountains and stuff. Oh my
yeah.
goodness,
So they're freezing water
freezing water.
to make that.
They look like trees.
Yeah, they do.
Oh wow.
Look like the ones that you can find in Santa villages.
It looks like
right?
Santa. Yeah, it does. Oh my goodness, and the colors make it beautiful too.
It's really beautiful.
So what can visitors do then?
Well, everything. So ice sledding, snow sledding. There's also ice tunnels, winter playgrounds, and plenty of photo zones. So it feels more like a winter theme park than just a festival site.
All right, I feel like there's got to be an entrance fee on this one.
Yes. Well, basic admission is 12,000 won per person, so that's around $8. And if you want to add sledding, you can buy bundled tickets. And for families, there are group packages for 3 or 4 people, which include one hands-on activity.
All right, let's go to our next stop here. What's our last stop?
Our last stop is Hantangang in Cheoron, Gangwon-do Province. Hantangang is actually quite unique because it was shaped by volcanic activity. Did you know that?
I did not know this.
I mean neither. So long ago, lava flowed through this area, and over time, the river cut through it. That's why you see these wide canyons, tall cliffs, and those dramatic rock patterns along the river.
And I believe it's like a UNESCO Intangible Heritage
Yes,
List, a site, right? Okay, so it's not something you see everywhere.
Not at all. And that's what makes this place feel so different. And there's a trail called 주상절리길. And 주상절리 means, cliffs formed by ancient volcanic activity, where you can walk through that scenery that I just mentioned. It's a cliffside path built along the canyon. And as you walk, you're right next to the rock walls with the river flowing below you. So we have a photo. Can you see the trail? You won't be able to go there because
No.
you're afraid of heights, right?
I would not walk that trail.
You won't.
That is,
You can see
that's
tiny people.
literally on the cliff.
Yes.
No thanks, yo.
It's gonna be beautiful though.
No. Yeah, it'll be beautiful in heaven after, I fall down and goodness.
Well, yes, but today I also wanted to touch upon the 물윗길 or water path and the ice trekking festival. So we're not talking about the 주상절리길.
Okay, so let's go somewhere a little less
Okay,
dangerous.
yes.
What's the water path like?
It's a seasonal walking path that opens only in winter, allowing people to walk directly over the river. So you're surrounded by frozen water, ice formations, and 주상절리 cliffs. So you don't have to walk on the cliffs, you can just see them.
Okay, we have a picture here, and that's a trail
Yes.
that you can walk on.
Yes, it's very safe as you can see.
I could do that. That's not bad.
Right?
I could do that.
Yeah. You
But it's
can
not
just
as
take in the scenery,
Yeah.
walk on the river.
I wish there was some
chill.
snow.
Oh, true.
I wish there was more snow there. Like it's not as beautiful without the snow, but I guess it would be cool if you'll be able to. And the festival?
Well, this year marks the 14th edition, and well, frankly speaking, it's less about packed programs and more about just walking around and enjoying the atmosphere. But still, it attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors every year. And in 2022, it was selected as one of Korea's tourism stars by the Korea Tourism Organization.
Our producer was saying that back in the days, they didn't have those roads. And there- people
they
used to just
didn't.
walk past without that.
Right.
That's-
They would have to go around because it's a
Telling you,
river.
Old in Korea was hardcore, for sure.
Respect.
Because we are running out of time, let's go end with today's final takeaway. We always
Sure.
love that.
Yes. Well, Korea's winter has a way of changing familiar places. So forests turn quiet and white, villages fill with ice and light, and rivers become paths you can actually walk across. These scenes only exist for a short season, and that's what makes them so special. Yes, it's cold, but if you dress warmly and just lean into it, winter can be surprisingly fun and worth stepping outside for, everyone.
Boy, no. Wow. Beautiful stuff there.
Yes, made it.
Puyong, thank you so much for this. Have a
Thank you.
fantastic rest of your night. Enjoy
With
your
my humidifier.
And we'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, this is Stray Kids with Walking on Water.
Today's tidbit.
All right, back joining us in the studio for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit is Puyong. Puyong, hello to you.
Hello, happy hump day.
Happy Hump Day. Question for you. What is it? Nick Archer from Germany was asking how to write your name in Korean in Hangul. And I don't know if he's calling you a flower or he's saying Puyong is a flower. Well, do you know the meaning of your name?
Yes.
It's a flower?
Yes.
Oh.
부 is lotus.
Oh.
연꽃부. Lotus 부.
So Lotus Dragon?
No, it's not dragon actually.
What is it?
So my 용 is actually 돌림자.
Oh, from everyone, like everyone in your family.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So basically, my parents only had to figure out the middle part.
Yes.
What to put between 이 and 용.
Yes.
And they put in everything from 가나다라. And then I'm a girl, so they were finding something that suits a girl. And they thought, oh, 부용 sounds good. And it's a name of a flower. So why don't we go with that?
Oh, that's what it is. How did
Yes.
how did you know that?
Not a lot of people know this. But because my name actually appeared in 황진이.
Oh,
She was
really?
the second one. So 황진이 was the best. And then the second is 부용.
Really? Oh, interesting. Okay.
Wow.
Peachy says, Puyang, we see the beautiful flower you as a human.
Aw, thank you.
I'm a flower too.
My fan.
Anyways,
Flower.
we get to know again. We are at the third week of Young joining us for a coffee break today's
Yes.
tidbit. We're getting to know her a little bit more. What is our
Yes.
tidbit today?
Actually, have you noticed how many celebrities in Korea are suddenly releasing their own alcohol brands?
I know that, what is it? Jay Park had the one
Yes,
soju, and then
yes.
Cheja had the
Oh,
punja.
Bunja.
And I don't know anyone
What
else
else?
because I'm not too much into the non-wine
Right,
alcohols.
right.
But yeah, there's a lot.
Right, yes. And that is what we're going to talk about today. So,
Oh.
over the past few years, celebrity made alcohol has become a noticeable trend in Korea, right? And this isn't just about celebrities appearing in commercials anymore. And so many of them are now directly involved in developing, branding, and storytelling around their drinks, which make this way feel different from before.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, like also An So-hee of Wonder Girls.
Oh, yes.
She came out with a wine that she worked closely to make, and
Yeah, there are some wine products coming out.
I'm not a big fan of celebrities getting into wines,
You're
but
not? Okay.
but I remember, like just like me, people were
Yes.
pretty skeptical at first.
That is true. For a long time, celebrity alcohol had the image of being more like merchandise, Something you might buy once out of curiosity or fan loyalty, but not necessarily something you'd keep drinking.
No.
So there was a strong assumption that most of these products would be short-lived.
So why do you think the reaction feels different this time then?
Well, I think the consumers have changed,
Yeah.
I would say people are much more aware now. A celebrity name might get attention, but that's no longer enough. People want to know if the product actually fits the person behind it and whether it feels sincere. And that shift in mindset is what makes these recent success stories stand out more clearly.
All right, so let's start with the case that really changed the perception. I mean, this was big when it happened, right?
It was huge. That would be Jay Park, Park Jae-bum, and Won Soju. So it was actually launched in 2022. Been more than 3 years
Yeah.
now, and it made headlines almost immediately. And despite being priced higher than regular soju, the first release sold out within minutes, and even the servers crashed.
Yeah, I remember there was like a specific day where you could log on and try to buy it online
Did you try
and things
to buy
like.
it?
I didn't, but I was gifted a few bottles,
Oh, nice.
and I was not a big fan of it.
Not your cup of tea?
No, it wasn't.
How did it taste?
It was not tasty for me.
Aw.
And
Was it sweeter?
no, it's not.
It's not?
It has a more of an alcohol taste. I know it's weird saying it tastes like alcohol.
Yeah.
But we have this terminology. We say 알코올 튀다. That means like the alcohol taste comes out a little bit more, and it feels empty. And so instead, I gave that to a buddy of mine who was visiting from New York, and that was a big deal, right? Like, because no one in the States were able to get that. But yeah, I mean, this
right.
definitely caught people's attention.
Well, it did, but the real reason it lasted was sincerity, I would say. Park Jae-bum spent years learning about traditional distillation and was closely involved in developing the recipe. Won soju is distilled soju. In Korean, we call that 증류식 soju.
Right.
Made with 100% Korean rice, no additives, and it's aged in ongi, or earthenware jars that we talked about, which gave it a sense of craftsmanship. I didn't know this.
Yeah, I mean, he put in a lot to it.
Yeah, a lot of effort goes into it.
I know that the design, though, was what
Yes.
really stood out, and it was very hip.
Right. Did you like the design though?
I like the design.
It's
Yeah.
kind of sleek, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, chic, yeah. So the design also played a big role in why Won Soju stood out, as you said. So instead of using the familiar green bottle most people associate with soju, the bottle was clean and minimal. And the name Won itself carries multiple meanings. Can you guess?
Just one,
One?
and then also the money one.
Yes,
Because
yes.
he's hip hop.
bragging about his money.
No, dollars. No,
Yeah.
111.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, you're right. So it refers to the Korean currency won, suggesting value, but it also means origin or the beginning,
Oh,
not
okay.
the number one, which fits the idea of going back to the basics of traditional distillation.
So we have a picture of how the one soju looks like. It says in English one
Won
soju.
Yes, and that's the one sign that you can see in the middle.
Yes, I was
What's
again.
with that sign?
I was not a really big fan.
So it's not deep. That's what you're saying. The flavor, it's not very deep. It's light.
Yeah, so for like a 증류식 soju,
Distilled,
right? Because this was when I was really into like the traditional alcohols. And there's like a certain flavor that you get, but it didn't have that deep flavor.
Oh.
And so it for me it was just marketing. Which is why I think it didn't go as deep, but people wanted to get it because it was limited edition.
Right,
So I think the
right.
marketing
It
was
scarce.
good. Yeah, marketing
It
was
really
good.
was, yeah. And there's also the small Taeguk-inspired details in the design, but they don't feel heavy or traditional at all.
No.
As I said, it's very chic and sleek. Instead of looking like a random convenience store bottle, it feels like something you'd actually want to bring to the table.
Another name that comes up, and of course him, it's almost like you can trust because he drinks so much.
Yes, and eats so much.
Yeah, 성시경.
Yes, Song Si-kyung is widely known as someone who genuinely just loves food and drinks. Through his content, people already trusted his taste, so when he released Gyeongtakju, expectations were naturally high. We have a photo.
We have a photo of it. It looks
pure.
It looks pure, like his music.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it has that vibe. Pure white.
This was also one that you could not get your hands on. It was sold out everywhere.
Right,
It was very hard to get. But tell us about what kind of drink this is, though.
Well, this is a high alcohol, unrefined rice wine, or takju in Korean, that focuses on the natural flavor of rice. Have you tried this one?
I have not tried this one.
Me
no.
neither. And a big reason Gyeongtakju felt trustworthy from the start is Song Si-kyung's YouTube channel, 먹을 텐데.
먹을 텐데.
So on the channel, he doesn't just introduce restaurants, he eats, drinks, and just talks honestly about flavor, balance, and what actually works with the food. So over time, viewers began to see him less as a singer just promoting products and more as someone whose taste they could rely on.
And people responded right away.
Exactly, and there was trust that carried over directly into Gyeongtakju. Song Si-kyung wasn't just the face of the brand, he was involved in deciding what kind of drink it should be, how strong it should feel, and most importantly, how it would pair with food.
Oh.
He often talked about wanting something he would genuinely enjoy drinking at the table, not just something flashy or overly sweet. So it felt like a natural extension of the conversations people had already been watching on 먹을 텐데.
Listening to these two cases again with Jay Park and Song Si-kyung, I mean, I guess you have to have a lot of trust that's involved, right?
Exactly, yeah. Both Wonsoju and Gyeongtakju worked because people believed the stories behind them. And in both cases, the celebrities didn't suddenly decide to sell alcohol. They had long-standing interests, whether it was traditional liquor or food culture, and the products felt like a natural extension of that.
Yeah, and again, if it's like, what is it? Song Si-kyung, who's known to be a very big foodie, and he also knows
Yes.
alcohol very well.
Yes.
He's also a wine enthusiast. He knows a lot
Yes,
about wine. So you
yes.
trust him.
Right.
And just like with Puncha, right? With Cheja,
Cheja.
he's like another famous foodie and
Yes,
drinker.
yes.
So you kind of trust
Do you
that.
watch his YouTube channel, 최자로드?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
I actually tried a couple of spots that
It's
came.
good.
They're really
I heard.
good.
I heard it's like you can't miss. It's like a no miss kind of like
Yes,
spots.
yes.
Like you could trust all the places that he goes to,
Yes.
right? Oh man! All right, good stuff. Here we're gonna continue to talk about all these celebrity-inspired drinks, and I'm sure there's another big name you guys are all thinking of. But first, let's take a listen to a song here from the Boys with "Drink It." Back in the studio, I had a fun talk with Booyong.
We talked about alcohol.
Booyong's gonna be a good asset, and I could tell our chemistry is gonna work well. We're just talking about wine, talking about alcohol and all the alcohol that I like IPA. Beer. I like IPA. She
No.
doesn't like IPA.
Lager.
And then we're just
IPA.
talking about wine, and then the music stopped.
Yeah.
Why can't songs be longer? Next one. This next case is going to be very different.
It's really different. This time we're gonna talk about G-Dragon.
Yo, GD.
Yoho and the Peace -1 highball.
Yes.
So compared to the other examples, this one doesn't really feel like a typical liquor launch. From the start, it felt more like a lifestyle item.
That's right. We have a picture here. Of course, his Peace -1 is his
yes.
sort of like
Black.
trademark kind of a thing. One of our listeners was actually visiting us. And Nyan, her ID is Nyan. I guess I don't want to open her real name. And she was visiting, and then she was asking me where to get one of these. And then I found some of these for her, and then she brought it back to Singapore.
Aw.
Nyan, where are you? How come Nyan's been missing all these times? But so popular.
So popular.
But what sets it apart, though?
Well, first of all, Peace Minus One isn't just a product name, and you knew that, right?
Yes.
It's G-Dragon's personal brand, and this drink was built directly around that. So he didn't just lend his name. He was actually involved in the design and branding process, of course, and even the logo tells that story. Let's take a look at the logo itself.
Yes.
Do you know the Peace Minus One logo?
I do. It's like it's a peace sign,
Yes.
but -1.
Yes.
And it looks like, when you go vote.
Yes, I thought the exact same thing. The 사람인, kind of looks like 사람인
Yes.
as well.
It kind of looks like the voting thing.
Yes.
But yes, that's peace -1 is what it
Right,
is.
right. It's based on the peace sign, but with one line missing. And if you look closely, that shape also forms the letters G and D. Can you see that?
Oh,
peace -1.
snap.
G, D. I didn't know
Oh.
that.
What?
Right?
I was today
Mind-blowing.
years old when I
Me too.
found that out. Oh my
True,
goodness.
yeah.
I was like, that's so random, And the sales were huge, right?
They really were. So the first batch, around 880,000 cans, was gone in just 3 days. And within 6 months, sales had already passed 10 million cans. And on social media, people naturally started calling it 지디 하이볼. At that point, it wasn't really about how it tasted anymore. For a lot of younger consumers, it was more about being part of a moment, something that felt very tied to, K lifestyle, K culture, and everything.
So, from what I understand, considering GD and his fame, it didn't stop in Korea.
Not at all, of course. What's
Yeah.
interesting is how fast it moved beyond the domestic market. Did you know that it was even served at the official reception? Of
Oh,
the
well, did it
APEC
really? Because I know
Summit?
he was
Yeah.
at the APEC Summit.
It was
okay.
it was the alcohol that was served there, which is kind of a big deal,
No, it is a
right?
big
It
deal,
is a
yeah.
big deal. And since the launch of the product, exports followed pretty quickly, and now it's sold in places like Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, and the US, of course, with more countries being added. So, at this point, it really doesn't feel like a celebrity product anymore. It feels more like a global brand.
And these three all succeeded, but like in very different ways, right?
Exactly, and that's the key point. So J-Park, Park Jae-bum focused on craftsmanship and tradition. Song Si-kyung leaned into trust and everyday food culture, I would say. While G-Dragon approached alcohol as part of a larger brand and lifestyle.
So there is no single formula then.
Not really. What they share isn't the product type, but clarity. So each drink made sense for the person behind it. And that clarity helped people move past initial skepticism that we talked about.
But not every celebrity alcohol survives, though. There's some failures.
No, that's true, that's true. So many gain attention quickly and disappear just as fast. As more celebrity brands enter the market, consumers become even more selective. And in the end, the celebrity name might get your attention once, but it's the taste, price, and accessibility that decide whether you come back, which is quite important.
No, it is very important because again, maybe some people do like one soju. I was just not a big fan of one soju, which is why I never went back. But the other ones I haven't tried, which is like that's why I'm still skeptical.
Right, you should try some more and then come up with your own.
Man, if I was a little bit more rich, I'd just come up with my own alcohol,
But, I mean, like, one bottle of wine equals to like several bottles of these.
Yes.
But you love wine.
Depending on which wine, but
Right.
yes. So, Puyong, what's our final takeaway?
Well, it was kind of a little difficult to come up with a takeaway today. Now I'm getting pressured here.
We put her on the spot now.
Yes,
It's okay. It's okay.
So what's interesting is that celebrity-made alcohol isn't really about fame anymore.
Yeah.
It's become another way people express taste and lifestyle. So when a drink feels honest and well thought out, it naturally finds a place at the table. Not as something you buy once for the name, but as something you're happy to open and share with others.
That's right. It's the time together with others.
Yes.
Not the name on the label. Puyong, beautiful stuff here. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night and a warm one at that. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, this is J Park featuring Nadia of Kiss of Life with Taxi Blur.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
And back joining us in the studio for coffee break. Today's tidbit is Puyong. Puyong, hello to you.
Hello. Happy birthday, Bahar.
Happy birthday, Bahar. Puyong, I want to say something. A couple of things here.
Yes.
First of all, so yesterday, I don't know where this started, but Johan
Yeah.
was all like, everybody wear pink tomorrow. right? And then so nice girl that she is.
Yes.
She wears pink.
Yes.
Johan's pink is barely pink. Terepinia, I'm pretty sure you're here listening from this outside.
It's purple.
She wears purple and tells everyone it's pink.
Yes.
So the only one that actually wore pink today was Buyong.
It's me.
So nice.
I'm the only one wearing pink.
And then
That's so funny.
And then another thing I have to I have to settle this with you right now. So we're just small talking, right? In between, we're listening to music, and I was just kind of like, man, music is not the same. And then she goes, yeah, I listen to old pop. What is old pop for you?
So songs like "Hero" by Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey. Okay,
That is old pop, right?
okay,
Old pop.
okay.
Oh, real old pop. Because my.
I mean, no, it's not real old pop. It's not real old
okay,
pop.
what's real old pop then?
Real old pop is like, I don't know, like
Frank Sinatra?
Beatles. Yeah, no, well, Frank Sinatra. That's like ancient. now.
Old. Okay. Beatles.
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 Oh man, Mariah
Carey.
Man, the other day, I saw someone listen to old pop station in the U.S. and it said Blink 182. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
I don't know.
Gave me a heart attack.
I don't know.
There you go.
What is it?
Buyong. Young
I
Buyong.
should look it up. Okay.
What are we going to talk about today?
Today we're talking about birds.
Birds?
Yes, we're talking about birds.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently there's a situation going on in Kimhae.
Okay.
Do you know what's happening?
I have no idea what's happening in Kimhae.
People are saying the rooks, or 떼까마귀 in Korean, the situation there has gotten pretty intense.
The crows?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Intense? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Huge flocks of rooks have been showing up around Kimhae, especially in the evenings.
Okay.
And for a lot of residents, it's become a real headache. Noise, droppings, cars getting dirty, even people joking that they need an umbrella just to walk home.
Ugh.
Yuck. Well, have you ever been pooped on by a bird?
I have been pooped on
Oh,
before.
me too. How
I
many
have been.
times?
Just once.
Me twice.
They said it's
I
good
win.
luck. They said it's good luck. They said
Yes,
it's good luck.
Did you buy the lottery?
No, I didn't. But why is it happening in the first place, Buyong?
Well, a big reason is migration. So
Right.
these rooks are migratory birds. In Korean, we say 철새,
Okay.
that fly into Korea every winter to escape harsher weather further north, places like Mongolia and Siberia. So they usually arrive around November and stay until early spring.
So I'm a little bit confused. Like I know 까마귀, crow,
Crow.
is 철새? Is it the
So-
same?
No, so we have to clear this up.
Okay,
so
okay.
these rooks that we're talking about today are different from the large-billed crows or 큰부리 까마귀 that live in cities year-round. So the ones that you see, they're not migratory birds.
Okay.
But the ones that we're talking about today are migratory birds. Well, so the city of Kimhae says there are roughly 500 to 1,000 birds moving into the downtown area. And what's interesting is how recent this is. So residents say the big flocks only started showing up last winter.
And when they come in large numbers, I mean, it's very noticeable. Not only that, I mean, these birds are, very ominous looking too.
Right. So thousands of birds gather in downtown areas at night, resting on power lines and trees, just chilling. And you might be wondering why they're coming into cities instead of staying in nature, right? And the simple answer is that it's warmer. Urban areas stay warmer at night thanks to buildings and streetlights. And power lines also make convenient resting spots, and there are fewer natural predators.
Right.
So from the bird's point of view, downtown areas are simply safer and more comfortable in winter.
Rooks or crows don't matter. They just look like... they're very ominous, right? I mean, we tend to say bad things are going to
Yes.
happen if we see crows or
Yes.
rooks and things like that.
But
So,
you dress like a rook today.
I'm always dressed like a rook. Always dressed like
Crow
it.
look.
I knew what the topic was
Wow.
going to be,
Oh,
and I
yeah?
dressed it like this all the time. So how is the city responding then, Buyong?
Well, the problem is rooks aren't classified as harmful wildlife, so local governments can't just remove them. So many places rely on temporary measures like using strong laser lights at night to scare them away.
Oh, jeez.
But that doesn't really solve the issue long term.
So that's the difficult side of migratory birds.
Exactly. But what's interesting is that this isn't the only way to look at them. Some cities have taken a completely different approach.
Okay, tell us.
Well, along the Taehwa River in Ulsan, rooks have actually become something people come out to see and appreciate.
Eh?
So instead of treating them purely as a problem, the city created a viewing program where visitors can watch massive flocks flying together at sunset. Yeah, we should look at the video. We have a video clip ready for
Do you have a video? This
yes.
That looks,
That's
that looks so scary.
yeah, it is, but you know, where are you? Where?
Dundas, dabidabidas, dundaridas. Uras, dalabidas.
But like, it's like a performance, right?
A
They're
performance?
synchronized. They're like moving all together.
Well, I mean, yeah, birds do
hey
do
guys,
that.
this way, that way.
That
They're dancing.
That. So performance in the sky.
Yes, exactly. You know, at peak times, you can see up to around 80,000 birds moving together in synchronized patterns.
Okay.
And visitors don't just watch, they listen to explanations from nature guides who talk about the birds' behavior, why they gather near the area, and how the river environment supports them. You know, they watch the sky change as the birds swirl overhead, so it feels less like bird watching and more like a live show.
Okay, so
Like a
maybe I'm
dance
being
show.
maybe I'm being a birdcist here. That's not a word. But you know, it's just that rooks and crows,
Yes.
you know, they just have a bad reputation.
Right, but do you know they're super intelligent?
They're very smart.
Yes.
You know that those birds
They even do funerals.
they do funerals?
Yes.
It makes
for their
sense that they do.
friends.
It makes sense they do
Yeah.
funerals. I heard that they take grudge on people. So I think there was like a story of like some guy that threw a rock at one of the crows, and then they came back and then
Retaliate.
started retaliating.
Wow.
And then they kept on doing it over and over again. They remembered the face. They're actually very smart.
Very smart.
Very smart. But also,
Wow.
looking at it like this, not as ominous signs of death and murder of crows. It's a pretty big shift in perspective.
It really is, you know, the same birds that cause frustration in one city become a winter highlight in another, right?
Yeah.
And that contrast is what makes migratory birds such an interesting topic in Korea. And once you start paying attention, you realize these birds aren't just something you see on the news. They're actually part of everyday life in a lot of places.
All right, there you have it, guys. We got to talk about birds and flying creatures all day today. But first, let's take a short song break. This is Park Ji-hoon singing Wing. Talk about birds. Do you have a favorite bird?
Yes.
You do? What's your favorite bird?
참새.
Sparrows.
Yes.
Really?
They're so cute.
They're so delicious.
Oh my god.
I used to catch sparrows as a kid.
And you ate them?
Yeah. Back when I was about 5, 6 years old, I used to catch sparrows because I lived in like a very not country per se, but there was like
I'm shocked.
it was delicious. Not a lot of meat.
But yeah, not that much meat, right? They're so small.
Yeah,
What do you eat out of them?
I mean, you can still eat it, and you know, I don't want to get too much into it, but you know. And they used to sell
poor
that at 포장마차s
sparrows.
too. Our producer used to order them at 포장마차s from what I understand.
참새구이?
Yeah, he probably
Oh my
ate a whole bunch
God.
of them, more than I did. I only ate whatever I caught.
Oh,
At least I
my
ca-
poor sparrows. No,
If it makes
feel
you-
so bad for them.
If it makes you
now.
feel better, my favorite birds are also edible too. Pigeons. I heard
That's
they
your
eat pigeons.
favorite?
I like pigeons.
Why?
They're just so nonchalant.
Oh, that's
They
true.
don't
They're
care.
chilling.
They just don't care.
But they poop on you.
mean,
I got pooped on by pigeons.
It's true. If you got
and they're not
pooped on-
following me
Exactly.
everywhere.
But they're just nonchalant.
True. They're not scared of people.
Oh, that's right. In the countryside, they used to have these nets where you use to catch sparrows. You don't see that
eat
anymore. Yeah, to eat them near the farms because they're a pest. No, okay, they don't want to use a pest. They're not good for farming, especially like rice fields. It's not good, so they try to catch it.
Because they eat them all?
Yeah.
That makes sense. But
Yeah.
you can just catch... Okay.
Yes.
You don't have
Yes.
to eat them.
We were talking about
Anyways.
birds,
Yes,
And we-
birds.
and we're still talking about birds.
Yes.
Migratory birds, you said, are part of everyday life in a lot of places. Tell us about that.
Okay, well, even in Seoul, areas around the Hangang and nearby streams are full of food sources, so birds naturally gather there. So you'll often see birds like herons, 외가리, and freshwater cormorants, 민물
Oh,
가마오지.
they're beautiful.
They just hang around riverbanks, especially in winter.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I have not seen herons. Those are beautiful birds,
They
by the
are,
way.
they are.
But again, I did hear that Pamsam is very famous for that.
Yes. Pamsam is a great example. And for those of you who don't know where it is, it's a small island in the Han River.
Yeah.
So it's in between Mapo and Yeouido, right? And it's a nature reserve, so people can't enter, which actually makes it a perfect resting place for birds.
Yep.
So from the riverbanks, you can spot all kinds kinds of species, using the island as a winter habitat.
What about the 중랑천?
Well, Jungnangcheon is well known for wonang, mandarin ducks.
Oh.
They usually show up in large groups during winter, and people often stop to take photos because they're traditionally seen as symbols of love and harmony.
That's true. That's why, like in weddings, you have like the
mandarin ducks kissing each other.
kissing each other,
Boing,
right?
boing, boing.
But there's something changing with these birds.
Yes, and this part is important.
Okay.
So climate change is changing migration patterns. So birds that used to pass through Korea briefly or leave before winter are now staying longer. And some are even becoming year-round residents here in Korea.
And so that's what they're called, what people call tatsewa, right?
Exactly. 텃세화 means becoming resident birds compared to 철새. So for example, herons, 외가리, that we talked about, they used to be a summer migratory bird leaving Korea during winter, but now many of them just stay. And even more striking case is freshwater cormorants, the 민물 가마오지.
It's good we can see them longer, but it's also not good because it's signs that things are out of whack with the climate. So what's happening with them?
Well, their numbers have grown dramatically. In
Oh.
Gangwon-do province, they increased from just 270 birds in the late 1990s to more than 30,000.
30,000?
Today, yes.
Looks like we need nets.
Well, large flocks can, as you said, seriously affect local ecosystem
Yeah.
and even fish farms.
Exactly.
Which has caused real conflicts with residents already.
So are there places where people can experience migratory birds in a more positive way?
Definitely. One of the best known spots is 순천만 습지 or 순천만 wetland. It's a major winter destination for bird watchers, especially people hoping to see hooded cranes, 흑두루미, which is an endangered species. You can see them there.
You know what? I've heard about the Suncheon Mansipji, the wetland. It's one of the more diverse wetlands in all of Korea. It is beautiful over there. I had a chance to pass by when I went to Yeosu. On the way to Yeosu, you can pass by there. It's beautiful there. And there's a guided program apparently.
Yes. Suncheon actually runs small bird watching city tours in winter, and each session is limited to about 10 people to protect the habitat and help people watch the birds quietly without getting in the way. So participants would use binoculars and scopes to observe hooded cranes, white-naped cranes, 제두루미, and sometimes even eagles.
Eagles?
Yes.
America, we got pictures. Look at, come on now.
Beautiful. You can just see them.
That is
up
some
close.
Lion King stuff. Oh my god, this is beautiful.
It really is. It really is.
Wow. But again, it's possible because it's very carefully managed, right?
Right. What's interesting is that the area used to be farmland. And since the late 2000s, the city removed power lines and restored the land so birds could, safely return. So I would say it's a good example of how people and migratory birds can actually coexist.
Yeah, that area, that wetland is very, very heavily protected.
Yes.
They're very serious about the environment and things like that.
Right.
And again, one of the more protected wetlands, and it's beautiful over there.
Yes.
Any other programs worth mentioning?
Yes, in Cheongju, there's a winter bird watching program along the Miho River, and it's run by the local government and the local environmental education center. So it's designed for families and elementary school kids.
Okay, so it's educational too.
Exactly. Participants start indoors learning how to identify birds, then head outside with experts to observe them in the field. And there's also a family-focused winter program in Ulsan that combines bird watching with simple carbon reduction activities and even a photo challenge. Quite trendy.
Bird watching is a serious hobby.
Yes, it's actually a new trend in 2026.
I heard about that. I heard about that. And what was it? There was news a couple of years ago, I think maybe 2 years ago. This kid who was part of a bird watching group with adults discovered a new species or something like that. That's crazy. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
It's wild. And so, it's like bird watching is a legit hobby. Personally for me, not for me. I only like pigeons.
But would you want to give it a try? But you have to, stay very calm and quiet, and you have to wait.
That's the thing I can't do.
You can't do, right?
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. But again, this is a very modern approach.
It really is. So instead of telling people to stay away from birds, these programs teach people how to watch, understand, and live alongside them.
You know what time it is? It's time for Puyong's final takeaway.
Why, yes, people. Well, I think migratory birds remind us that winter in Korea isn't as quiet as it looks,
No,
you
it's
know?
not.
Even when everything feels still, there's a lot of movement happening above our heads and along our rivers. So sometimes, they cause problems and sometimes they poop on you, but sometimes they create incredible scenes. But either way, they're a sign that winter is still very much alive.
Man. See, that's the thing, right? We think winter and all the birds are gone and stuff like that. No. Some are here to stay.
Yes.
Because
yes.
they love K-pop.
And it's getting warmer.
Korea's a great place to go.
Yeah, and we have great K food, so they might just pick.
Pigeons do that.
Yeah.
Pigeons are
They
great.
enjoy K food here.
Most misunderstood bird out there, pigeons. Puyong, thank you so much for this. Have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, this is Shin Seung-hoon and Ailey singing Fly Away.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
And joining us in the studio for our Friday's coffee break, today's tidbit is Puyong. Puyong, hello to you.
Hello, happy Friday!
Puyong,
Finally.
where's your pirate patch?
I
came-
couldn't come in with that pirate patch.
You could.
No,
she
I
came
can't.
to work with a pirate patch. Going all matey.
Right, I had my sty removed again.
Oh my goodness.
I have
That
to
was
cut it
pretty
open
bad, huh?
again.
At least you're not crying though.
I'm not.
Right?
Right.
Man, I was like outside in the couch again. You guys know about the couch, right? The couch that I like to
He's
sit
always
on.
on there.
And
Always on the
I just
couch,
hear everybody
chilling.
going like, "What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?"
Uh-huh.
And then I looked at her, and she came in as a pirate.
Yes. With a patch.
But hope you do feel better.
Thank
At
you.
least you're not crying. What are we going to talk about today?
I'm excited. Today we're talking about dancing.
Oh yeah, you're a dancer.
Yes, but not that kind of dance that I do.
Okay.
Okay. Did you hear the news from New York earlier this week?
There's a lot of things happening in New York.
In New York, all right. It's related to dance.
About
it was
dance?
quite big. Mhm.
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
Okay, so a Korean dance piece called ilmu, or One Dance, just won Best Choreography at the New York Dance and Performance Awards, also known as the Bessie Awards.
Real? Okay, so I've heard of the Bessie Awards.
Oh, you have?
I have heard about the Bessie
Yeah, it's
Awards.
really famous.
I did not know of this news. This
Mm-hmm.
is wow. I would have thought something like this would have everybody be talking about this all over
Mm-hmm. Make
the
the
news.
headlines, right?
So this is a big deal.
A huge deal because the Bessie Awards are often called the Oscars of the dance world, and they've been around since 1984, so around 40 years, 41 years, and every year a panel of artists, producers, and critics selects the most innovative works that were performed in New York.
All right. So who exactly won with this stuff?
Well, 3 choreographers from the Seoul Metropolitan Dance Theater, or 서울시 무용단, 정혜진, 김성훈, 김재덕, received the award for the performance called 일무. And what makes it even more impressive is that there were 12 nominees in the same category,
wow.
including world-famous choreographers.
Again, I mean, when you're talking about a very competitive category,
12.
it must have been kind of unexpected for some people.
Definitely. And the first winner to be announced was ilmu.
Oh.
And it ended up being one of only 4 works to receive the award that year.
All right, so you're going to have to break this down for me.
Okay.
Not only am I not a dancer, but I don't really know much about dancing except for
Okay.
popping, locking, and stuff
All
like
right.
that. What is ilmu?
Okay, so the word ilmu literally means a dance performed in rows. So the il here means rows and mu means dance. The English title is One Dance because the dancers form one line throughout the dance. So it's a large-scale group dance where dancers move in perfect lines and formation. And what really stands out is the sense of scale and precision. So people often describe it as a kind of knife-sharp group choreography or a 칼군무.
Yeah, I
as
mean,
you
when
say.
you're talking about a dance where it's like one, and there's a emphasis on one, everyone has to move in one.
Yes, synchronized.
And this isn't a folk dance?
No. So ilmu is rooted in 종묘 제례악, which is both Korea's national intangible cultural heritage. It's even number 1. Did you know that?
Oh.
The first to be inscribed.
Wow.
And a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage. And it has a modern twist to it. So the piece itself is structured in 4 acts, and the whole performance runs for about 10 minutes. Well, it's not long, but because everything is so controlled and precise, those 10 minutes really feel, incredibly dense.
I don't know. Like, it's different. Like, dances, 10 minutes, I feel like is long.
Right,
Like, you've danced before.
Yes.
Like, when you dance, like, 4 minutes, just went 10 minutes.
That song just played in my head.
Just one 10 minute.
10 minutes.
Like, that song is like 4 minutes long.
Yes.
Even dancing that 4 minutes feels long, right? It's
is
exhausting.
Long. It's long. But, you have a lot of dancers, so 10 minutes may not, feel that long.
I have to see that. All right, so
Okay.
for people who haven't seen this, what exactly does this look like on
Well,
stage?
let's first take a look then.
All right,
Okay.
we have a footage here.
It's amazing, everyone.
It's a spin. Oh,
that's the
snap. It looks like they're getting smaller.
Yes. It's the one line that I talked about.
Okay.
They're all synchronized, right? Very 칼군무.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah. You get
Okay.
it, right? You just really get drawn into it.
Man, it's
I watched the whole thing, and it felt like just 5 minutes, really.
that guy messed up there.
Don't spot the mistake, no.
Oh,
It is
okay.
amazing, right? It is amazing.
I love the color.
Yeah, so visually, it's very striking, right? You see dozens of dancers moving in perfect rows, all facing the same direction, all breathing and even stepping together. So there's almost no spotlight on individuals, right? You only see them as a group, right?
Yeah.
He can't take his eye off.
I'm like mesmerized right now. What is going on with
Right,
this?
you should watch the whole thing.
Oh
It's
my goodness.
really good. And so instead, having spotlights on individuals, your eyes keep following the shifting patterns made by the group.
So it's less about one dancer standing out there.
Exactly. If you're used to contemporary dance where, individuality is everything, this is going to feel really different. Here, the power comes from restraint. So everyone has to hold back just enough so the whole formation stays balanced.
So that sense of order, then it's very intentional then.
Very much so,
Okay.
yes. That idea of order, harmony, and control is actually the key to understanding where ilmu comes from. And to really get it, you have to go back to its roots, which is 종묘제략.
Okay, so this is another thing that I've heard for the first time now. What exactly is 종묘제략?
Okay, but you have heard of 종묘제략 before,
I've
right?
heard of 종묘.
Oh, you've never heard of 종묘제략? 종묘제략?
No.
Okay, then this is okay. 종묘제략 101. When we say 종묘제략, it actually includes everything, from the music, the song, and to dance performed during ancestral rituals. It's amazing,
Oh,
right?
seems very old and modern at the same time.
Yes, that's how it develops. So in the first act, it's very traditional. It's more like ceremonial. And as, the acts go on, this is part 4 actually, act 4, you see it's much more contemporary.
And you know what the best part about this is?
No.
I think I could do this.
Okay, why don't you try? Let's go, SJ. SJ. Let's go.
So it's not.
You can do it.
I don't want. I don't want to.
Oh my God.
I don't want to ruin it for everybody out there.
You already did.
But so it's not just music then.
Not at all, And speaking of music, it uses a mix of instruments, including court music instruments and instruments from China's Tang Dynasty, and traditional Korean instruments like the gayagum and gomungo. And the lyrics praise the virtues of past kings, and all of this is performed together with ilmu.
And that's where the rows come in then.
Exactly. In the original ritual, we're talking about 종묘제략 here,
Yeah.
dancers perform in 8 rows of 8,
Whoa.
meaning 64 dancers in total. And the emphasis, as I said, is never on individual expression. Everything is about harmony, balance, and restraint.
Man, it's like it seems so simple, but it's very complicated. Again, like the dance, like if you look at it individually, it looks very simple.
Right.
And that's why I said I think I could do it.
Yes.
But if you look at it as a whole, it's very complicated.
Because you have to, follow all the steps and everything. Keeping that formation is key, really.
That's right. Well, we'll continue to talk about this stuff. Dancing, guys. It's perfect Friday stuff. This is On and Off with Chum Dance. Talking about dancing.
Dancing.
Ilmu.
Ilmu.
My ilmus. And how did this ancient ritual turn into a modern performance?
Well, the choreographers blended traditional ilmu with elements of court dance like chunengmu and modern movement, as we saw. And the choreography was completed in just about 3 months, combining the strengths of choreographers trained in both Korean dance and contemporary dance.
Wait, do they still use all 64 dancers though?
No, they don't. So,
Okay.
do you think we should look at the video first?
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is definitely not 64.
No, but this is 종묘 제략 actually,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
yeah,
has to have 64.
This doesn't seem like 64.
I think they have, many acts.
Hey, dance.
As I said, 종묘 제략 is all music,
Oh, that's
dance.
right. Oh, I apologize.
Yes.
You're right.
It's not just about dance,
You're
everyone.
You're right.
So that's the music part.
Okay, all right. And so, I mean, it sounds intense though.
It really is, but that level of control creates something very powerful. So the performance starts very slowly with restrained movements in the first act, and then gradually the energy builds. So there are moments that resemble archery. And by the end, the movement feels explosive but never chaotic.
All right, so it's not about the extremes then.
Exactly. So Korean traditional dance values balance and moderation, and ilmu stays right in that middle ground. And that's what makes the final release feel so cathartic.
Okay, so I heard that the visuals, right? Obviously, when it comes to
Yes,
dances.
yes.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Kind of dancing.
The visuals play a big role.
Yes, and we saw they were wearing orange, right? In ilmu.
In the ilmu.
Yes.
Now red.
Yes. So the director was Jung Koo-ho, who was originally a fashion designer. And his choices were crucial. So he used colors rarely seen in traditional costumes, like orange, instead of yellow among the 5 cardinal colors, or 오방색 as we call it, just to soften and modernize the image.
And that's exactly what I was saying. It's like it's very traditional dance, but it's very modernized.
Yes.
Right? And you could see that from the costumes.
Yes.
And the costumes, again, as we saw before, they change throughout the show.
Yes, the dancers start in calm ceremonial outfits, but as the performance progresses, the costumes transform into more revealing modern designs, emphasizing movement and energy. So it visually mirrors the shift from ritual to contemporary performance.
Oh, I thought you were saying revealing costumes. I thought it gets sexier.
But it was sexier. Did you see?
It was.
Yes, they had the legs revealed.
It was. Now
Yes.
imagine me in that.
No.
And that probably helped overseas audiences connect.
Exactly. So director Jung once said that many people assume traditional dance is boring or outdated, right? And that's what I thought too. So the goal was to show tradition in a way that even K-pop fans could find visually exciting, and clearly it worked in New York.
It's incredible. That's something like that. Again, I mean, I'm not a dancer, nor am I an expert
Everyone's
on
a
this.
dancer.
Everyone can be a dancer.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what
I
you
think
do.
Everyone's a dancer.
So how did the critics respond?
Well, reviews described ilmu as visually mesmerizing.
Yeah.
So critics praised how it's balanced stillness and motion, calling it a perfect example of dynamic calm. And they highlighted how the performance built toward an intense, energetic peak without ever losing its sense of order. I think that's very difficult to do.
And you know what? And it sounds like a very Korean kind of a praise, right?
Yes. Dynamic calm, right? And it shows how something deeply rooted in Korean ritual culture can resonate globally when it's reinterpreted thoughtfully.
You know what time it is.
Everyone's excited, right?
It's time for today's final takeaway.
Okay, final takeaway. So what ilmu shows us is that tradition doesn't have to stay still. When it's treated with respect and imagination, it can cross borders and generations. A dance once performed for kings at Jongmyo Shrine now speaks to audiences on a global stage. And that transformation really feels, powerful. So it's all about letting tradition move forward, step by step, until it finds new audiences and new meaning far beyond where it started, everyone.
Beautiful. And you know what the cool thing about the performance that we saw is it's modernized, but it's not overly done.
Right?
To the point where it loses the characteristics of the traditions,
Yes.
right? And so I think it just made a perfect balance.
Yes.
And let's face it. I mean, in this world, if you keep it too traditional, it's boring.
It is boring.
And it's nothing new. We already knew about this.
Right.
So you need to make a little bit of changes here and there, but not too much.
Not too much,
Not too
really.
much.
And I really love, how they make the balance.
Exactly. Puyong, thank you so much for this. This is incredible. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you
too.
again on Monday.
See you on Monday.
And sending her out of the studio, we'll take a listen to a song from 80s with Mutt the Real. This is the Hung version.